Part 3, we're going to talk about compound interest. It says use the formula B equals P times 1 plus R raised to the T, where B is the balance, which is our final amount, P is the principal, that's our starting amount, and R is the interest rate expressed as a decimal. And of course, T is time in years. If we look at number 3, it says Omar has $8,815 in an account that earns 10% interest compound annually. To the nearest cent, how much interest will he earn in 1 year? So remember, we're going to be using this formula here. All you need to do is just plug the values in. So if we know that B is the final amount, that means that's what we need to figure out. We need to figure out what B is equal to. Well, B is equal to our P value, which again is the principal. That's our starting amount. And of course, we're starting at this much money here. So we're starting at $8,815 times 1 plus R is the interest rate. And we know that R in this case is 10% interest compounded annually. So if I express this as a decimal, right? So hopefully you all remember from percent to decimal, we move the, let's say if we have 10, right? So it's 10.00 or 10.0, it doesn't really matter. We're going to move the decimal to the left 2 times. So we went from 10% to 0.10. So I'm writing 1 plus 0.10 raised to, well, what's the time in this case? The time is 1 year. So I'm going to raise it to the first power. And then I'm just going to use my calculator. I'm going to type exactly what appears on my page. And I get this as my final amount in 1 year. We can do the same thing for number 4. So Noah has $4,096 in an account that earns 14% interest compounded annually. To the nearest cent, how much interest will he earn in 4 years? Okay, so we are starting at this amount of money. We have B equals $4,096 times 1 plus our rate, that's 14%, right? So remember, percent to decimal. So we're going from 14%. If we move the decimal point to the left twice, then that would be 0.14. And then our time is 4 years. So we're going to input all of this into our calculator. Sorry about that. So there you go. I'm raising it to the 4th power. And we're going to raise it to the nearest cent. It just means I need to round to the 100th place. So our answer should be $6,017.98. So luckily the 0 doesn't change the 8, but if it does, then it's going to be 99 cents, right? So if it was like $6,917.985, then this 5 is going to change the 8, so it looks like this, right? $6,917.99.